Mcluvin News. Here you guys go for the special article follow-up that I promised you. I've already pre-written this out, and I wrote it out in context without having to expose anybody to feel like all I did was essentially show everything that they said and not show what I said. So I will focus on my comment, but this is in response to the article, Dying Elton John, 77, being forced to starve with himself, sad days after health scares. I can have an apple and a bit of a melon. This has only received that many. That's right. That's all it's received, which is fine. That's fine. I'm actually going to personally throw my comment up. I want to take a step back in the text log to the previous Elton John article. Okay, Elton John article goes way, 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 way back. All right, way back. From all the other articles and all the stuff that I have done, every last thing that I've devoted my life to, accurately reporting news, every individual piece, every individual article, Elton John article goes quite a ways back. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm going to show you my comment, and I'm going to show you what happened to that old post with Elton John, which was done on October 13th. So here we go. We're getting close. Here we go. Elton John. This is on Newsbreak, right? So this is exactly how many comments, even exclusively. That's the personalized video. Personalized video, again. There is about 2,000 comments. When I first did it, it was at like, I don't know, 1,800 comments. So I'm just showing something like 100% emotionally supportive. This was a while back. Joshua Wilburn is the artist guy here, and it's at 2,000, 3,000. Look, guys, look. I just want to say something. All right, between these two articles, all right, and this personalized video, which only, honestly, look at this. It's gotten 11 views.
Sir John Elton.
That's because I viewed it recently. It was at 10 before. It was at 10. That's where it was originally from the original recording. You guys can see that before I showed it.
It costs.
Before I actually showed it, before I went in, I have it even saved on my TikTok. I've got it on both fronts, according to all my content in here. Scroll back to find the Elton John video. I'm going to show you guys my personal video. I've covered personal stories of horrible tragedy that have affected. I don't just focus on rich celebrities, wealthy celebrities, nor do I only focus on just the stories of only the wealthy and the very fortunate. Look at that. 13 views over here. And when you scan in on here and you look real closely, you can see this was originally taken from that same article, and on there
To finish where I dropped off in the
it
last
shows
short
there was 13 views,
article.
but that's from TikTok, right? That's TikTok, not YouTube. YouTube
Who's a better superhero?
of my video, okay, like, sorry to skip past Loki there, but that's not what this is all about. A month ago, if I go back, this is 3 days ago. It's a lot of scrolling. The point is, you guys, if you're following with me, I cover a lot of articles. I'm showing the empathy of what I show toward everything from hurricane tracking to the power, hardworking line workers that work so hard to restore power in my state of Florida, different types of deaths and horrible situations that have happened. There are so many things I try to reach out to, even Newsbro on Newsbreak, and I even covered that. Respect out to his Newsbro, which is covering great, accurate, straightforward news. Tragedy of a woman 32 who was killed tragically, and no one ever found her killer, and I don't even know if they ever did. A African-American black man who was shot and killed outside a wedding reception in Groom. I have covered a lot of stories. This goes back weeks and weeks. You guys can see that. I always try to be very adequately, not politically correct, but at least politically sensible, and not to the sense that I just lean on the liberal side, because that's not what this world's all about. It's not just one side of the climate in the world. I even covered Liam Payne. Okay, like, I have covered a lot of stories, and I'm making a valid point. Some of these people in the algorithm of my channel, they choose not to watch certain videos, and that's fine. I understand that, but some people deserve to hear this message, to share the intellect of collected minds, because your individual stories matter. I care about those individual stories. I've reported on stories of small little people, even a tragedy of a little boy who was killed. That's in here too. Wanda Smith, former radio star, a little boy was murdered and shot up in his own home. That was during this month, I believe. I have that from North Carolina. It's actually on my TikTok as well. There's been a husband in California actually shot his wife while he was cleaning a gun, and I take a very delicate sensitivity to be on there, but you can see so many articles, everything from respecting the line workers to everybody else, and you couldn't tell me, look, there's a 13-year-old Melbourne girl who died in my area. I cover these stories. You can see who's choosing to watch what they want to watch. You don't see me holding a bias against people who wants to watch what they want to watch. I don't even do clickbait. I'm always putting my name front in the topic of the story and even personal depths of the stuff I've been through, even dealing with a horrible narcissist. And you know who gives me happiness? You know what gives me happiness, people? Those struggling with age, hardships, single life, no love, no connection. It's been people who bring music to this world, who bring connections. And I'm trying to bring that connectivity together. This should be a very powerful, inspiring message for you guys. First Amendment speech. And even if people choose in the algorithm to will certainly watch certain things that they're only interested in, and you can see where certain people get more views than others, like, Sissy Houston, Whitney Houston, Mother, and whatnot. I didn't put my name in there at that time. I hadn't established my business, but the point is I was still reporting accurate news and keeping the same as always. Nothing ever changed. So to the most powerful part of this message, when I get back to the part of going back a month when Sir Elton John had his customized video made, and I made that exactly to him, even with funny parts and horrific crimes of which affected. You can even check out these articles, and if you haven't seen the one about the little boy in North Carolina who was shot up with a spray of bullets, at least 25 bullets sprayed into his trailer park home, killed a poor little 7-year-old boy. Poor black boy was taken. His life was taken. That was at least a month back. And you don't see that in the news. You don't see that talked about enough. And it's a tragedy, whether it's black on black crime or, white on white crime or whomever the ethnicity group is. It's not just about that. It's about the humanity, the people, the stories. And even the rich and the wealthy deserve their stories to be told because they're humans too. And even if people don't find their stories interesting, some people may, and even more so powerfully. Elton John's music may just find a song in his music in the history if you can afford it, or if you find a way to get in contact with him. You might be quite surprised if enough empathy is showed what a person would do to reach out to you, to be there for you, to share that love and share that connection and share that heartfelt warm, power and that connectivity. And what I want to say in this last part of this message, to my message to Elton John and to the people in the comment section, as you see, I'm not just literally, just focusing on just Elton John in this context. I'm showing you what I've covered